1 month away from the IB exams, so these are the 2 things I did that really helped strengthen my final grades and improve my confidence when entering the exam room. In these next 30 days, you must do loads of past papers and you must get help for questions you don't understand. In the IB, past papers are your best friends. They're literally the key to how examiners will grade responses to any question. So, do all the past papers you can get a hold of. Do the May sessions and the November sessions. Do all of the time zones. Be excited to do the past papers. They're the gift that keeps on giving. It's also important to understand that the exam questions are limited to your syllabus, so get to know that syllabus well. I remember doing a November 2019 history past paper which argued that ideology was the main cause of the 2 Cold War crises. The official IB exam I took in May 2024 argued that it was the role of leaders. So basically, I wrote my exam, I remembered the response I had to the past paper I practiced at home, and kind of altered it. But it is also important to know how to use a past paper. So the following are my 4 tips. First, you must be careful of doing past papers that is in a different syllabus, because it can test different skills or even cover knowledge that's not relevant for your current syllabus and course. For example, when I revised all the economic past paper ones, I remember and going back to a syllabus where the paper 1 was a multiple choice paper. Skill-wise, those papers are irrelevant because now we're doing 2-part responses, with one being theory-based and the other being real-world examples. However, I still use those very old past paper 1 economic exams to easily test my knowledge about economic concepts and vocabulary, which are still relevant to any of the current econ exams. Second, you must understand roughly 70% of the chapter before doing a past paper question on it. This is particularly important for subjects like the sciences. For example, you should know about 70% of the theory or diagrams. Like I did, I knew 70% of the theory and diagrams of market failure, which is topic 2.11 in the economic syllabus, before attempting a past paper 1 question on it. This allows me to answer that confidently, but also leave room for me to know that I don't know everything, to process the mark scheme, and to learn from the things I did not know. My 3rd tip is to always understand the mark scheme. Check your response according to the mark scheme. Grade it accurately. This allows you to see what the missing pieces of knowledge you have or what you can answer better according to the criteria. It's better to do it now and take your time rather than not knowing what to do when you're seated in the exam room. All of this leads me to the most important tip. Do not overlook a question you don't understand. If you couldn't do the question, if you could only do part of it, or if you don't understand the mark scheme's answer, ask your classmate. I did this with friends. We did co-study sessions when there were plenty of times that it really helped me because there's just some concepts or topics that my friends knew more and there are some that I knew more and we just taught each other. And I think this is really important because teaching is actually the best way of learning because you have to make sure they understand. And if not, if your classmates don't understand it either, if they can't help you, if they're busy or any other reason, go and ask your teacher. Also, there are so many online resources, either past paper question banks. Yes, you can also use AI, but also be very careful because sometimes they just spit out random facts that you don't really need to know. It's not really what IB grades you on. So be careful of using online resources that are not IB based. So, most of all, I'm going to emphasize that you're almost there. There's only a few weeks left before the IB is over. Your 2-year journey is almost done, so give the best in these next 2 months. 1 more month of preparation and 1 more month of exam. Do past papers morning, day, and night, and ask for help when you don't understand. This is what will ultimately help you when you sit down in the exam room. You will be confident of your ability to smash that exam, and you ultimately know that you gave it your all because there's nothing more you could do. You just need to give your best effort and to study smart. Alright, all the best on your exams. Let me know how it goes, and I hope you all have the best exams. Thank you.